Phoenix got massacred in this attempt to kill the opponent, and steam packs really proving to be extremely useful right now. What I would love to see from the Zeg player would be borrow. If he could borrow in a very good spot and, you know, unborrow with those banings, he could deal a very nice amount of damage to the opponent. And there we go, a couple of infestors coming into play. I do not see those guys too often. Actually, I have never seen them so far in any of the games I played or I watched a replay. Of course, I have seen them on YouTube because, yeah, I am a fan of HD StarCraft at Husky. But, you know, this is a very rare unit. I'm kinda curious what it is going to do, but I suspect that we are going to see fertile ground. I mean, it's it's not fertile ground, it's called Fungal Grove. I played Prince of Persia too much. And, well, it is, just to remind you guys, immobilizing the enemy forces, so if the enemy will not be able to move, then the steam pack will simply be wasted, and all of those bendings will be actually able to explode on the faces of the Marines and really send them straight back to their mummies, crying and shouting, begging for mercy. So right now, this is going to be a very important asset for the Zeg player, just exactly what he needed. And wow, this is a huge army, almost in the highest cap. But there we go, a radar scan going on from Apollo. He probably sees a couple of this army. Let's see what he sees exactly. Well, he sees a very big group, and now he sees the entire, so he knows about the infested problem. I'm really curious to see what is he going to do, and I think this tab is getting really too big, and production is also not really helpful, so I will leave it with just the APM, because it's always nice to see the APM of the players. And I do see that single Marine standing by the Xanagat Watchers, shooting a couple of bullets, proving that, yeah, I'm a manly man, I can shoot you and you cannot even shoot back, I am so awesome, I'm Chuck Norris. And yeah, this creep is still spreading, making a huge highway into the enemy's base. And as you can see, Meat is getting closer and closer into the unit cap. Same probably as Apollo. Apollo is already on his unit cap, and he's got those Ravens with this counter-seeking missiles. They can deal a huge amount of damage. And there we go, our first battle occurs. APM going high right now, and those bandits are going in. Infestors using the ability to stop the opponents from running away. And wow, this is a huge devastation for Apollo. He lost his entire army with just a couple, okay, let's say a few hundred of Zeg units. But wow, this was a huge blow. Right now he is getting right inside the opponent's base. And wow, there's even another army from Apollo trying to do its best and kill this Zeg army. But it will simply not be enough. Even with all of those upgrades, it is going to be dominated. And I'm pretty sure that I missed some harassment from Apollo, because those medevacs were running on this map and probably were harassing the opponent as well. But sorry for that, this is my first videocast of StarCraft 2. I'm still learning, so, you know, as I said, bear with me for a while. As you can see, those Hydras are right now pretty much unstoppable. They are tearing apart those medevacs, only a single one left standing, and it has no units inside. So, they're little strong. Yeah, definitely very strong with those upgrades. So they have right now 2 upgrades for damage and 1 upgrade for armor. So wow, this is a lot of action going on. And now those Marines steaming up, trying to clean up the mess of those Zeg units, but they are not going to be enough, as those Hydras are still tearing apart all this resistance from the Apollo's brave Marines that are dying recklessly to those Hydras. But it seems like finally Hydras going to die or not. No, they are still survived. 2 remaining Hydras doing some damage, but those Marines are going to be enough to, you know, take care of the remaining Hydras. Still, this attack was just wow, this was a magnificent piece of action, and I do not care that it probably had many mistakes and stuff that I didn't catch because I'm a noob in StarCraft 2 so far. But you know, it was very entertaining to watch. And there is, I do not know what it really is. Seems like Meat is asking for a good game, but I doubt he's asking it for himself, as he's still aggressive. Is he asking if the opponent is making a good game? If so, then this is really not cool. You shouldn't ask your opponent to good game when you think you're winning, because this is simply rude. You always have to wait for your opponent to good game first, then you good game. So as you can see now that Plenty Fortress is trying to deal some damage to the Zerg army. Look at this beautiful burning animation. I love those creepy Zerg units. I could eat them all the day along, and now they simply cleared up this expansion in a matter of seconds. However, as you know, most of the side has been mined out, so it is going to be a painful loss for Apollo, but not that painful. So he's still able to make a comeback, but he really needs to protect this expansion, as this is right now his main his main income from this expansion, and he needs to make sure that it is still alive. And look at that, he's got only 28 SCVs while the opponent has 54 drones. This is a huge change, and right now as you see this huge ballsy army of Marines steaming up, doing the best they can to kill the invaders, kill the aliens that are right now proving their worth. And now, whoa, look at this, those Marines steamed up. They had absolutely no problems killing all those poor Zerg units. I mean, come on, show some interracial love. I mean, in a pure platonical way, of course. But why do you have to live in war? I mean, couldn't we simply all live in peace? Why don't Terrans simply allow Zerg to infest them just because they love them so much? Yeah, this is probably not going to happen. There we go, Queen attacking the medevac, but the medevac is dropping some units to harass this new expansion from the Zerg player from mid, and he's going to be successful. However, a huge build of Zerg units are coming in. Is this medevac going to be able to escape? Yes, it is. I'm going to be able to escape, and this single Marine still shooting, saying that he's many. Oh yeah, I've got a nice gun and I can pawn you. Oh yeah, fear me. And meanwhile, this huge blow of Zerglings right now trying to intercept those Marines, a very not good thing to do. Those Marines had no problem cleaning up the table. That was simply like, wow, they probably enjoy killing so many Zerglings, because all they have to do is to point their guns, click on the trigger, and everything is done. And this Marine still, simply massacring those drones, thinking that he's manly enough to kill all of the Zerg invaders. He's got already focus already, so he is actually pretty useful, even though it's only a single Marine. And now we see this huge army from mid going in, trying to destroy, annihilate this expansion, and that's exactly what they did. And oh man, I feel simply a little bit sorry for the Zerg. Do you know why? Well, I do love... Was it a chain link? I do not really know. Maybe it was simply a misclick, but it could be a chain link. I wasn't really looking at it. But there is no overseer, is there? Let's see. No overseer. So Apollo killed his own soldier. He probably was stealing his money or something. Yeah, he deserved it. I believe in it. And oh, it feels sad watching this creep die. My favorite race is Protoss, and it is always going to remain my favorite race, both for playing and just because they are awesome. But one thing I love about Zerg, and that I would love to be able to play Zerg. There's one reason why I would love to be Zerg player. You know why? Because I want to spread the creep all around the map. I just love the way